Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Movie Patrol. I am Trex, and today we're going to be talking about The Hunger Games. Yes, this little book here did amazing things this past weekend. Actually, this weekend. It came out and it just conquered, opening number one this weekend with $155 million. Thank you, patrons who pay to go see the movies, because I surely did not. But the movie did amazing. I saw it. I felt really weird about seeing it. It's like, oh man, it's another movie book. It's another book that was made into a movie. I didn't see it. I didn't read the book. I'm getting told I need to read the book. The book is much better. Let me say this little disclaimer, by the way. It's probably going to be posted down here, but just understand, when you have a book, and for the people who actually say Lord of the Rings as an example, bite me, alright? Let's take Lord of the Rings. Here's Lord of the Rings. Let's put it over here. Alright, we're going to put it over here for a minute. Alright? When you come into most books, into movie adaptations, it's not going to work. You're not going to get what was on the page on the movie. Again, Lord of the Rings guys, stay here. Stay here. With Hunger Games, apparently there was a bunch of stuff that was missed from the movie, but in all, the story, it was pretty solid from what I was told. It was really solid. So, but let's talk about the movie itself. The movie was filmed in North Carolina, so good job on North Carolina for that. Now the movie stars has a whole lineup of cast. Oh, you're talking big names. Let me tell you big names. You got Jennifer Lawrence, Josh Hutcherson, Liam Hemsworth, Woody Harrelson, Elizabeth Banks, Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz is not really a big name in movies, but hey, he is this generation's I can't believe I skipped his name. He's a great guitarist. I can say that. You also got Stanley Tucci and Donald Sutherland and many, many more. Donald Sutherland is just an amazing actor. He's one of my favorite, along with Stanley Tucci. I watch anything Stanley Tucci is in. He is just that great. But for the people who didn't go out and see this movie, shame on you. But let me give you a little story about this movie. Trust me, there's only a couple spoilers I'm really wanting to touch on, because I promised people I would. So you'll expect those at the end of the video. So you can skip to the end if you want, but I really wouldn't. But let me talk about the movie real fast, or talk about the book. The story follows around the Capitol. The Capitol is where everything is so pretty, magical, and apparently flamboyant. It's really flamboyant from how the movie is told. But it's surrounded by 12 districts. And 12 districts apparently rose up and had this whole big anarchy thing. They rose up and tried to fight against the Capitol, but the Capitol won. And so as punishment, the Capitol has set forth a little game, a little event called the Hunger Games, which one boy and one girl from each district has to go into the Hunger Games, fight to the death, and only one can really come out. Man, you talk about depressing. That is really horrible. And you can only choose from the ages of between 12 and 18. So little 12-year-old Niecy here, she is not going to probably survive unless she's smart and cunning. But this is where we bring in our heroine, Katniss Evergreen. Her sister gets volunteered, draw of a hat, gets a volunteer to go, and so Katniss steps in and volunteers for it, and she gets partnered up with some guy named Peeta, which it's not the animal rights activists, it's P-E-E-T-A. So I thought they just kept calling him Peter, but I got hit really hard and was told that it was Peeta. So I'm not going to go more into that. I was just giving you a broad spectrum of it. It's a whole big thing. People die, people survive. I mean, Woody Harrelson is just a great drunk, and it's nice to see him work again. It really is. And the movie by itself was really good. I actually like the score of the movie, which, for the people who don't know, the score is the sound, the background music that you hear when something is happening or when something's about to happen. A good score makes a movie flow really evenly. And that's what you want. That's kind of what you want to have in a movie when you're hearing background music. So, costume design, wow. I didn't even, when they said that you did not recognize some of the stars in this movie, I did not recognize the stars in this movie. Elizabeth Banks took me like a double, like, what? Elizabeth Banks? The hot chick from Zack and Miri? Wow. Wow, that's a lot of makeup. A lot of makeup. Now, Donald Sutherland, like I said, he's an amazing actor, so I'm not going to really give away what's going on, but Donald Sutherland gets, he's the man. He is the man. Now, this movie was rated PG-13 for, let's see, violence, language. Wow, really? Language? Is that what's really called for? Oh, I'm sorry, for intense, violent, thematic material and disturbing images, all involving teens. Alright, so that's why it got the PG-13. This movie is not a family film. Alright? Kids die. Alright? The blood may be fake, but the imagery is still there. This is not something you could take little 5-year-old Timmy to go see and think it's okay. It's like, oh, he read the books, he'll be fine. First off, why the hell are you letting little Timmy read this kind of book? Alright? I thought there was a rape scene in this movie. But as much violence as apparently there is, I would have expected it. Huh? I would have expected it. But, again, do not take anyone less than 13, hell, don't even take them unless they're 16 to go see this movie. Now, that's my personal opinion, and I'll stick to it. I mean, the whole rating system is there for a reason, folks. It's there for a reason. Alright? I don't care if you're a parent, you have a 13-year-old, they want to go see a rated R movie, you let them. Cool. You want to let them do it in your household? Fine. But you're not going to a movie theater where I'm going to be sitting in and I have to see little Susie sitting there in front of me freaking out because there's blood everywhere. It's like, hey, kid, shut up. Alright? You knew what you were expecting, huh? Yeah, you see that? That knife wound? That's going to be you if you don't shut up. Sorry. Little Susie's going to be okay. Love you, little Susie. The all-around flow of the movie, from beginning to end, the movie was a real tearjerker. It really was. You had the scene where Katniss steps in to volunteer. Jennifer Lawrence puts on an amazing performance. For people who don't remember Jennifer Lawrence, she was Mystique from the X-Men First Class movie. X-Men First Class was a really first-class movie as well. But we're looking at this. Jennifer Lawrence did an amazing performance as Katniss Evergreen. I'm thinking about actually picking up the book to read it, and you never know. They might actually do more stuff with it. The second book is, of course, Catching the Fire. I don't have that book on me right now. It's downstairs, so my apologies. But no word has yet to say if they're gonna start working on it yet. When they do, you will definitely be the people to know, because I tell you. Isn't that right? Because I tell you. So let's talk. Peeta. That character is quite strong as well. He's played by Josh Hutcherson. Josh Hutcherson is the guy that's. His latest movie was actually Journey 2, the sequel that had The Rock in it. Or I'm sorry, Dwayne Johnson. That's how The Rock must be called now. Whatever. And Liam Hemsworth, he's the little brother of someone Hemsworth. I can't remember his name. I'm so bad. Bad llama, bad. But Lenny Kravitz playing in there being Cena. He was apparently the wardrobe person. He played a really nice Conscience. I didn't really think much of the character Cena at first, especially with the golden stuff over his eyes. But he proved to be a very valuable friend to Katniss. Katniss didn't have any friends. She was a person that does not really get along with anybody. Well, you know what? Lenny Kravitz is now your friend. Lenny Kravitz is your friend. Now, I do not have a rating system for how I do movies. The way on how I see movies, I don't believe that there is a bad movie. I don't. All my friends yell at me about it. I do not believe there was a bad movie. If you are a bad movie, that means if I say you're a bad movie, wow, you are just horrible. Now, the reason how I look at movies as there's got to be something in there that's a good part, a good reason why you should go see it. And I try to find that good reason. Hunger Games, from beginning to end, is just an amazing trip. It's a real emotional ride that you're going to really enjoy. And for the people who haven't seen it yet, please go out and see it. It's now Monday. Kids are in school or whatever. Go see it on your lunch break or something. You're not going to be disappointed with spending the money to go see this movie. Now, when they actually decide to do this, to do the second movie, the Catching the Fire, I will let you guys know. But thank you all for watching the review. This is my first one I've ever done, and I know it was kind of everywhere, but don't worry. With time, everything becomes better. So take care, guys. I'll see you later. Oh yes, and for the people who actually decide to stay for these spoilers, here's a spoiler. Peeta keeps his leg. For the people who read the book, they'll get it. No, they were not going to have a stubby in this movie. No, you're going to have... they weren't going to put him in the... They weren't going to put that in this movie. Are you kidding me? They had kids dying. Little kids. Blood and gore. Stabby, stabby. No. I think I cried enough without having to see Peeta lose his leg and then get a robotic leg. Alright? No. No, thank you. So there's your spoiler. He keeps his leg. Oh, dear Lord, the second book is now destroyed because he keeps his leg. Get over it. Please. He kept his leg. It's not going to ruin the second movie. It's going to be fine. You never know. In between the time the first movie ends over to where the second movie starts, he could have lost his leg in a freak nail accident. I don't know. Tetanus. You never know. But hey, thank you all for sticking around for the spoilers. Again, Peeta keeps his leg. For the people who care, people who are crying about this, I do apologize. Don't read books. And if you don't read books and just wait for the movie, I think you'll be fine. Because I didn't care if he lost his leg. It was still a pretty emotional ride. Alright guys, take care.